Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So the C220 has developed yet another freaking issue, giving me two more error codes, which I'll put up here. So one of the errors is exhaust pressures operating out of limits, which I think is caused by the other issue actually, which is that it's basically drawing more air in than what the MAF sensor's metering. So that says to me there's probably a split on the air intake system, maybe a intercooler pipe that's gone. So what we're going to do is put it up on the ramps, get under, drop the engine trays and have a look and check all the pipe work and see if we've got any leaks. Okay, so it's just the first engine tray here. So if we scoot under and have a look, oh, there we go, straight away look. That's pretty sizable. That'll be what's causing the additional air to be sucked in. So let's just have a follow along. So there it is, connection off the intercooler, which goes round. And then it goes up into a connection to the secondary pipe up there. So that's the bit we need to get on order. So let's go and have a scout on eBay. So while we're here, we'll just have a scout of the other intercooler pipe. Just make sure that's okay. So can't see anything. I've already had a check from above and there was no splits from above. No, that looks okay to me. And that obviously, if we remember back to the last video that we did when we were covering off the DPF where I was looking for oil leaks, that coincides with the oil, which I thought was coolant at the time, on the engine tray, which you can see obviously the split is just above. So let's just cover off the ECU and what's going on as to why it's gone into error state. So every car has a mass airflow sensor which meters the volume of air coming in via the air intake, whether it's turbo or not. Now, what that does is compares it with the exhaust back pressure sensor. If it's out of tolerance, that's when it locks out into an error state. And that is measured using the same sensor that measures the DPF differential pressure. And the first one here is exhaust back pressure A, which is what's being flagged up in the ECU. So my best guess is when we change the intercooler pipe and cure the vacuum leak, that the exhaust gases will be reading correctly and the error will clear. So as if by magic, new pipes arrived. So we just need to loosen the clips on the old one now. Let's try and get a good angle on this. So these clips basically, let's try and get in a bit closer. They just lift out. That's it. And that should allow us then to try and pull the pipe free and manoeuvre it loose. So as we can see, that's a good old split on there. That's right through. Here we have the replacement pipe. Borg and Beck aftermarket, slightly different. No, exactly the same clips actually. I thought it was different, but it's not. Exactly the same clip. So let's get that fitted. Let's see if we can get the angles on here to show you. So the pipe, we have to feed it in back to front to get it into the position where we need it to be. Move under here. There we go. Bit of brute force and ignorance. Doesn't go amiss. Right. So that's be shoved in. Now I've just cleaned the connections up with a bit of degreasant. Try to make it easier to get it on. And then let's manoeuvre that clip into there, twist that into position, that's clicked in. Now, let's try get the same purchase on this one here. I might have to put the camera down and get both hands on it. Back with you in a sec. That's it, that's home now. After a bit of to and fro and wiggling, I've had to take the other under tray off to get a bit more purchase on to pull that hen clip on. But that's solid now, that's not going anywhere. So is this one here. Rock solid. Okay, so we've got the under trays back on. We just need to nip them up. Really wish kind of Mercedes would make a better solution for these under trays. The amount of times you have to come off and come back on, it's ridiculous. More general tide and it's just tighten into itself. So there we are, that's all nipped up. Let's get the car for ramps. So we're down off the ramps. As you can see, the engine management light's still on. So we need to connect the caristor up and reset the engine management light. And the light's off, so let's now go for a drive. Let's long drive and see if that has resolved the issue. I can't see it not, but we need to test it out. What do you reckon, Mini Jenks? Is it going to work? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah. Right, let's get on the road. So we've been driving for a good 10 minutes now. We're up to temperature and there's no warning lights on. I don't see any warning lights. Do you, Mini Jenks? No. Do we think it's fixed? Yeah. Happy days. Master mechanic at work. So there we have it. We had a leak on a boost pipe. Who'd have thought it, hey? I think the title in the description probably gave it away, but obviously now I think this is the exact reason why the DPF wasn't regenerated in the last video, so that kind of gives me a bit of comfort knowing why that happened. But anyway, onwards and upwards. So in the next video we're going to give the car a good thorough service. Obviously we don't know the state of the oil based on the fact it's probably been dumping diesel into it, so it's probably been watered right down. So we need to make sure that's all good. We'll change the air filters, we'll change the cabin filters and the fuel filters and give it a new lease of life. Now the other thing we probably need to take care of is the oil that's in the intercooler. I think you've all seen when I dropped the intercooler pipes there was an awful lot of sitting oil in there. Well, you do get a little bit of bypass on the turbo, and also the system's fitted with a PCV system, which ensures that any additional pressure that's in the crankcase gets vented back through into the air intake. Now that should be in the form of an oil mist, not a sitting oil, so I am concerned with how much is in there and how much has been in there and how long it's been in there. So I think we'll be removing the intercooler and giving that a thorough flush through with some degreaser as well. Anyway, catch you next time, and remember, enough fettling will always get you through a problem.